Welcome back, my peaches, to another episode of Doom: The Dark Ages. In this episode, we're going on to the Harbor of Souls. We got Jiggy Wopped in the last episode from Ozzy Osbourne and his little witch bitch, which is always a good thing. And then the soul of 1,000 wingworms. Oh, there's that audio glitch.
Alone, and the Slayer. Nothing. Get him on.
Get the Slayer on right now. I want to talk to him. Oh no, I want to talk to Fat Man.
Bishop Creed.
I am fat. What do you want?
The Slayer came, and there was a struggle.
You're just a lying fatso.
We should leave. Now.
Yeah, that's not ominous at all. What's about to go down? Who's coming through? No, hell. It's a portal to hell. Hello, portal to hell. How are you? List of things that are bueno. I don't think that's it. And why does Satan?
Everyone out. Now.
Where's the Prince of Darkness have eyeballs for nipples? Look at my nipples. Wow. Isn't that just interesting? Oh, I got a boo-boo. What happened to me? I'm not used to having a boo-boo like that. Why does he look so weird in this game? I feel like he didn't look like that, really. I mean, I get like it's... Oh, there's 3 more Cthulhus. Huh. Well, perhaps Cthulhu's not done. Why does it seem like Doom Guy gets nerfed in this game so much? Like, like, no lie, before he would just punch his way out. Oh, that worked. If I grab my titty. Not gonna lie. Kinda hard as shit. Now take that, Cthulhu 1, 2, and 3. Catrillo. Oh no, he's gonna fall into the acid. I don't know how I feel about this whole Doom Guy getting bodied all the time. I really did like when it was just no one can stop him whatsoever and nothing, he doesn't care, he's invincible. Like, I get he probably, I think this is before he's gone into the thingy.
Without mercy. But you will be worse. Rip and tear until it is done.
There we go. That's the kind of rage we need. It's the kind of hate and anger I need him to bring to the table. Uh-huh. Am I zombie Doom Guy now? No, but there's my shotgun. Oh, I am zombie Doom Guy now. What the fuck? What the hell? I'm very confused. Oh, berserk, huh? Neat. I heard if you go through one of the doors, you can actually keep your berserk mode forever. I'm gonna try that really quick. Also, love how that just is what we walk into. Wonderful. Wonderful time. And through the door! I'm keeping berserk forever. Because I know about this glitch. I know if you just go straight through one of the doors, that it will let you keep the berserk state forever. And I think that's pretty cool. There we go. That didn't work how I wanted it. That's not the door I think I needed to go through. Ah. List of things that are not good. Alright. Okay, buddy. Okay, guy. Here, let me through real quick. Let me through real quick. No! I'm going to die! No, I don't want to use a life sigil. What door do we need to phase through? I know it's one of them. We'll figure it out, don't worry. Oh, I think it's that one. I think it's that one right there. I'm an idiot. Huh. Wait, let me make sure. Yeah, I think it's this one. We'll figure it out. It's no biggie. If I don't, I'll just cut this part. I'll just cut to when we either do it regularly or we figure it out, one of the two. Yup. Push me through. Only we can get pushed through it. Alright, we do this the old-fashioned way then. No keeping things forever for me. Bang! 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 Mace time! He's going berserk. He's a berserker. It does feel good though. It does feel nice. Yeah, 'cause there's nothing through there. Maybe I can find it. Maybe I can. But I'm not gonna. Screw it, who cares? So how's everyone been? How you guys doing? I hope you've been well. It's been awful stormy where I've been at. Like there's been a hellacious amount of storms. Nothing too bad weather-wise, but it definitely has been quite the rainy, wet season recently. Oh, I think they patched it. They might have patched it. I don't know. I don't care. But yeah, no, it's been storming like a boo lately. Like a big old boo. Hey, big guy. Okay. I'm using a life sigil there. I don't care. Sweet. That works. Okay, so it was this door we had to get through, but... Wait, maybe it wasn't. Where do I need to go? Hello? Hello? Where do I go? No, seriously, like, where the hell do I go? Am I stupid? Wait a minute. I see something up there. Okay, is this really what we're doing? But from where, though? What the hell is going on? What the hell is a kilometer? You know what I'm saying? Am I just dumb? I mean, I might be. I mean, it's a very real possibility. Okay, there has to be something I'm missing here as part of the equation. And I don't know... Oh. Well, man, now I want to restart the level and just do it. You know what I mean? Hello, elevator. Thank you. Thank you for your kindness of lifting me up. Have cannonball. Idiot. Then we go behind here and we BAM! Yeah, you'll also have to forgive me a little bit. I'm a little like groggy boy today. I don't know why. I'm a little out of energy if that makes any sense to you. I'm still trying to figure out why we're zombie Doom guy. You know, I'm not like a knower of Doom lore in that sense.
Signal detected.
I'm pretty
Is emanating from the mortal plane.
I'm pretty stupid when it comes to knowing the lore of Doom to an extent. I definitely don't know everything that's kind of gone on with it. Oh,
Vessel located.
maybe I did die and I'm just fighting my way out of. Oh no! Man, that would have been so cool because I hit it. Oh! Maybe I'm just fighting my way out of hell. I mean, that could be a very real thing. Like, well, maybe not hell, but the afterlife. You know? Maybe my rage is so Doom eternal. Okay, so we can go back. What's the point of that? I don't think I really know what the point of being able to go back up there is, unless there's like a secret or something that I miss, but I'm not really too worried about it, to be honest with you. I'm more worried about ripping and tearing with the wild women. The wild women. The ripping and the tearing, the ripping and the tearing. Is this one of them pseudo open world levels? Are these one of the ones that I just hate with every fiber of my being? And y'all know, y'all already know why I hate those ones. Let's not lie. We don't have to sit here and pretend like we don't know the reason why I hate these levels. I've explained it plenty of times at this point. Hey, big man. Why don't you, take a chill pill there? Oh, there's more. Are those more demons? Oh, it's one of you. Oh boy. Really? Just cancel my whole little shield dash? Yeah, get out of my face, Bugman Magoo. Lock on. Lock on to the man. Thank you. I demand that you no longer exist, so that way I can go take out. Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You throwing one of those big Spider-Mans at me makes me incredibly unhappy. Hi, Reaver. Hi. Okay. There's a lot of shit going on right now. Have the swords. Sword time. As it should be. You want to shoot some more of those at me, big man? I'll ruin your day a little bit. Yeah, see, he likes it. I hate that it won't break his damn leg, and I'm about to die because of it. Holy shit. Let's back up a tad, okay? Need me some health, need me some shields. We'll stock up on some of that. Alright. I'm coming back for you, Lightning McSpider Queen. Yay. No more of that. Thank God. Because Lord knows that I hate those guys. I think every time I see one of those, I go on a unhinged rant about how much I hate them. To be completely fair. Up here. Oh, hey, that's convenient. A blue skull is required. Well, I don't think it is, because I'm going through the wall anyway. I'm also, I don't know, I'm kinda, I don't hate this game, per se. But I definitely am a little disappointed by it. The Cthulhu fight, or lack thereof, was a bit disappointing. Some of the, I'm not gonna lie, some of the cinematics have been a little cheesy, dopey. But I mean, it's not a bad game by any means. But I definitely am starting to maybe say that Doom Eternal and Doom 2016 are probably the better games. But you know, when you're talking about a game that is like in all tiers, like really, really good, like all three of them are really, really good, I'm just simply basing my enjoyment off of the other two, which I mean, again, that doesn't mean that this game is bad, not by any means, not by any shape or form. This game is really, really good. Are you serious? Okay, we're almost there. Come on, come on, buddy. Let me through. It's so close. It wants to let me through. Come on. No! Oh my god. Are you serious? Here, I'll just go through this way. I hate that so much. That's so stupid. But no, like, this game isn't bad by any definition of the word. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a good game. There are just aspects of it that are kind of more annoying than they are enjoyable. Like, my biggest complaint is definitely like these pseudo open world levels. Those are a bit frustrating. I won't lie. Can we just not get through this? Is this just one of them doors that's just not gonna let us through? Okay, so we are phasing through. I can see it going. It's just taking a bit. Maybe? I'm gonna give this like a little bit more, and if it doesn't let me through, I guess I'm moving on. See, because it wants to let me through like right here, like right around this area is where it wants to let me through at. I can sense it in the force. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with bacon, grease, eggs, and sausage. Maybe? You got about like 5 more seconds to push me through this wall before I just walk away. Yes. Yes. Come on. Come on. There we go. We're just about through now. If we just keep wiggling. Just keep wiggling. It's like that little blue barrier right there is pushing me back. But if we keep going, I think now maybe if we go a little bit left, it'll kind of just push us through. Yeah. Okay, I think we're mostly the way through now. So we're almost there. I'm so close. Yes. Come on. Come on. Put me through the wall. But Peachy, you could just go grab the blue skull. But yeah, that doesn't give me the chance to have some dialogue and some downtime with my lovely little friends. You know, my lovely peaches, my beautiful subscribers, my wonderful people. Come on, you're so close. You're basically there. Just push me the rest of the way through. We're getting there. We're getting there. Come on. All this work for like a codex, right? I say all this work, all this effort of pushing my way through the wall in a stupid, silly manner. Are we through? I think we're almost through. Did it work? 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 I don't know if we're through yet. I'd like to assume we are, but by the way we're still like creeping forward, I want to say we're not. No, we're definitely not still through, but we're getting there. Why is this one such a bitch to get through, man? Is it really not gonna let me through at all? There we go. I just had to fight for it. Just had to fight for my right to party. Hey, we got an acolyte. Hell yeah. That was not worth that struggle at all. That might actually be one of the first and few times that I you know, I make a pretty sizable little cut in really? What is that there for? Yeah, no, this might be one of the first ones that I actually kind of cut out. If I did, sorry, that's what the cut was for. If I didn't, then you're hearing all of this ramble. I just wanted to get the secret, you know. I'm a little greedy boy. I like to brute force my way through things. It's fun. It's enjoyable. I like it. Come on. There we go. Needed that wall bounce. Or not the wall bounce, the shield bounce to go off, you know? Hey, buddy. Bad spider. You nasty, weird bug freak. But here's a question for you guys. Is Oblivion something you guys want to see some more of? Like, is that something that if like you want me to pick back up, or you want me to go back and finish Oblivion? Because I mean, we did like 10 episodes on it, like, and it was doing kind of meh, kind of okay on views. It honestly feels like a lot of the hype for that game kind of instantly died out because, you know, people love their you know, this is the hot game of the week, or this is the hot thing of the few days, you know what I mean? Like, so I mean, like I said, some of the hype for it has definitely died down, which I think might have contributed to why like views on it were down. But I mean, again, it's one of those, it's by no means a bad game. It was a wonderful remake. I just, you know, if it's something that people don't really want to, or aren't interested in seeing me play, then, you know, I'd rather just enjoy it and play it on my own time, which I think is fair, by the way. You know, some people, you know, just aren't interested in everything that I put up, and that's okay. I mean, I'm here to play things that you guys like to see as well. It's not just what do I want to play. It's you know, it's a combination of, you guys got to be interested too. Otherwise, you know, I don't have fun just putting things up that nobody wants to see. You know, I wanna put up stuff that people thoroughly enjoy. Or I'm done doing that. I'm not. That it just takes too long. I don't want the whole game to be just that. Run through the fire with my shield. But yeah, no, I mean, like I said, part of it, a big part of you know, doing YouTube and enjoying it is definitely having the people who are watching also enjoy what I'm putting on YouTube. Because I mean, if you guys don't like it and you guys don't want to see it, then, you know, that just makes it not as fun. Which, you know, if I'm not enjoying it, then I know you guys aren't. Which is why I have in the past, like, stopped some games. Not because views are everything, but I mean, if no one's having fun and enjoying the game, well, then, like, you know, I don't really need to sit there and be playing it still, you know what I mean? Like, I would rather something that everyone's excited to see, and we're all having fun with, and we're all interacting with it in terms of, like, people are putting their opinions on things, and, like, people are you know, people are having fun with, and they feel engaged, like you know, like they're engaging, that sort of a thing. Because I mean, anyone can just, you know, put videos out on the internet, of course, and there's nothing wrong with that, not at all. Like I said, I just personally would like to see go away. I would just personally like to do things that everyone enjoys, because if I'm not having fun with it, then you guys aren't having fun, and ultimately, like I said, what's the point in all that? But yeah, just, you know, like I said, down below, just in the comments section, just leave a comment saying, like, maybe some games you want to see, or hell, if there's like even if there's like something you guys want me to review, even like I'm down for that. I'm down to do like a review of things, like or talk about certain things that are going on. If you guys want to see some commentary on like some things that are actually happening out in the world, and you know, you want to hear my opinions or input on it, I'm also happy to do that. You know, end of the day, this is our channel and our community. Are you really gonna deny me my... Huh. Okay. I actually thought I could have blown those up from outside in, and it would have given me something. But yeah, no, this is our community. This is our, you know, this is our channel. I mean, it's my channel, but without you guys... Oh, sorry, I yawned. No, like I said, I'm a little sleepy, little drowsy today. But no, at the end of the day, I mean, I want you guys to enjoy this channel just as much as I do. I think having a strong community is definitely my main goal. Like, yeah, we play games, or yeah, I mean, like we do. You know, I say stupid, silly shit all the time, but end of the day, I want to build a community that people can come to and feel welcomed. Oh my god, I just got fucking sniped like I was JFK. No, I want to build a community that people want to come to, they want to interact with. I've said before, I want to do some, you know, charity live streams and things of that nature, because I think it'd be really cool. Like, I mean, imagine if we raised a absolute metric ton of money for charity. Like, how cool would that be? I mean, like, seriously. I want our community to do really good things, and I think that it's important. You know, I definitely, it's one of those, if I was to become a famous quote unquote YouTuber, right? I would want my community to do good, and there are a lot of communities out there that are just there, you know, and I'm not trying to take a dig at people. However, you know, there are a lot of communities out there where, you know, they're there simply for simping for some girl with her rack hanging out, man. And to be completely honest, like, that's just lame. Like, you're there to just, like, I never want people to just like, that's kind of why I don't do live streaming as well, is because, like, I don't need people to hand me money that they work hard for. Like, we already live in really hard times, you know? Like, people already struggle enough with money. Like, I would personally, I mean, okay. That I guess that's how that works. Like, people struggle already, and, like, I would feel bad, even though, like, oh yeah, but, you know, Peachy, this is, you know, like, for example's sake, it's like, oh, Peachy, but this is your line of work, like, you know, this is how you make a living, yada yada blah. And it's like, yeah, that's true, but at the same time, like, you know, keep that money for yourselves. You know, you guys don't have to pay me for entertainment. I'm doing this out of my own free will and my own passion. And I think that's kind of what a lot of people forget. And I'm not saying that everybody who takes donations or takes money from people while they're streaming or doing YouTube and, like, Patreon and stuff, I'm not saying that they're bad people for taking money. Not at all. You know, I get it. Everyone needs to, you know, make a living. But this is a passion project for me, you know. I just want to put stuff out there so that way, you know, I've said it before, but, you know, if something ever happens to me and, you know, my friends and family lose me, then I want to have something out here where they can, you know, they get the opportunity to hear my voice and hear my opinions and hear how I feel about things. Even, like, the mood I was in that day, like, I just want people to have that, because, I mean, there's a lot of times where people, you know, they lose people and they don't ever get to see or hear from him again. And I think that's, I mean, it's sad, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's something that I just want to make sure that I avoid. You know, there's, at this point, like hundreds of hours of my voice out there on the internet. And hopefully people don't do, you know, wrong with it. You would hope. I mean, I guess I really can't super stop them, but I mean, I can use things to the best of my ability to negate some of those things. But ultimately, if I ever did become successful in the regards of YouTube success or internet fame, you know, people could use, I guess, my image and stuff for the worse, and I hope they wouldn't. Oh, okay, and I hope they wouldn't. Sorry, my gameplay is not that great today because I'm trying to work on commentary in terms of actually giving meaningful, a meaningful talk. You know, I don't want to just sit there and make random noises and actually not engage. I'm trying to. That's something I've been trying to learn. But anyway, let me finish my main point before I go on about that. But yeah, I mean, like, I mean, it can hit the point where, like, oh, you know, people are using my likeness or they're using my brand for doing something. And like I said, yeah, well, I'll try my best to negate that, but you know, it's also not something I'm super worried about because I don't really plan on becoming. I mean, if I like I said, if I do become successful in the aspect of, you know, I've got fame, I'm able to make this my full-time job, that's awesome. That's a bonus. But that's kind of like, you know, extra icing on your cake. The icing on the cake for me is the opportunity to do this and to be able to make people happy. I've always, from day one, said I just want to make people happy and make them smile. I think that's a really important thing, because you know, people deserve to be able to smile and be happy. And you know, when I was a kid, you know, like I grew up in the era like of early YouTube, right? So for me, like YouTube, yes, over the years has become a way of having a following and having a job and doing those sorts of things. But ultimately, YouTube was never one of those things of, oh yes, it's a definitive career path. Like, you know, back in the day, people never like did YouTube to make money exclusively or to make it a full-time job. They, you know, I'm just a guy who takes maybe an hour or two out of his day. I don't have a whole lot of spare time with how I've been, you know, super busy trying to advance my career, advance my life even. So, you know, you just kind of take some time out of your day. You do a little bit about what you're passionate about. Like, I love playing video games. It's a really enjoyable hobby for me. I get you know, I enjoy a good story. I enjoy fun gameplay. It's just fun, and it makes me happy to do. And you know, if I'm happy doing it, I just kind of want to share some of that happiness and enjoyment that it brings me. Because, you know, a lot of the time, because I grew up on like people like Markiplier, you know, Smosh, Game Grumps even, which I know they're kind of new. They're not old YouTube, but I mean, they're kind of getting to the point where that's old YouTube, you know, like, you know, some of the people who kind of started this platform or started things to where, holy shit, started things to where, like, YouTube is where it's at today. You know, like, it was, I came from an era where, you know, like with some of the most famous videos on YouTube at the time were like, when I first got on YouTube, and I say when I first got on YouTube, I didn't have a channel yet, but like, it was like, you know, Chocolate Rain, Dancing Master Chief, Smosh, you know, Ray William Productions, back when iDubbbz was, you know, still iDubbbz and not iCucks, yeah, I'm taking a jab there. Because that's just an instance of, holy shit, dude. Those things are kind of fucking me up, eh? You know, that's an instance of someone who I think has kind of lost touch with his fan base and lost. I mean, not saying that he has to still do all the old things that he did, but like, dude has, I feel like he's kind of lost his way a little bit. Well, that made things a lot easier, didn't it? But I feel like he's kind of lost the message of, you know, where he's at, and kind of what made him where he is or where he got to today, you know. And I've seen a few. Really? We serious right now? Okay, hold on. Yeah, I see you're over there and all that, but I need to go back and get the life sigil that I somehow did not grab. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Hey, how about you take a flail? You want some more? There you go, good boy. No, and I've seen a lot of YouTubers who started off, you know, and everyone, it's easier when you're small, right? Like, you can respond to everybody, you can read all the comments, you can be more engaged with your community, and I understand at a certain point, you know, you hit a number where it becomes impossible, because then you're just spending your entire time looking through comments or responding to emails, that sort of thing. And like I said, I 100% get it. You know, like, that's just, that comes with the territory, and that sucks. But that's something that I always want to make sure that I don't lose, because I think that it's important to let your community know that you're a person. Like, I'm just one guy behind a screen trying my best, and like I said, I'm just a guy playing video games. You know, I do my own editing. I, you know, make thumbnails the best that I can, which, if you've noticed, they're very shitty. Like, I am by no means this high-skilled, high-quality person, but to an extent, I feel like that kind of gives some charm back to things. Like, I want to show people that, hey, you don't need these high-quality parts. You don't need the most top-of-the-line gaming PC. You don't need the top-of-the-line microphone. You don't need all of these. You don't need all of these things that are, you know. Wait a minute. Okay, so that's the Impaler. Yeah. I wanna make sure I keep that. We'll upgrade the turret. I might swap over to the turret for a little bit. I kind of dig the turret a lot. But no, like, I mean, dude, just I kind of want to, like, my goal is to, like I said, make people smile, make people happy, and to ultimately make people, like, and to build a community that people can come together around, they can enjoy, everyone's having fun, people, you know, people in the community know each other, people in the community talk, and they talk to each other, and, you know, they communicate with me in terms of, like, comments, or yeah, I would say a Discord, but, you know, absolutely not. There's too many problems with setting up a Discord. I'm not trying to have people ruin my image or make me look bad because they want to be weirdos on like a Discord channel that I mean, like, as of right now, yeah, I could moderate it, right? I could keep that shit in check, and it wouldn't be a problem. But at a certain point, when you hit a certain size, you start getting some weird things that happen in there, and I don't like that. That's not something I'm trying to have happen. Not by any stretch of the word, or any stretch whatsoever. Sorry, I fumbled over my words there because I'm trying not to get my shit absolutely pushed in right now. And so, like, you know, like I said, as of right now, I could probably moderate something like that and communicate more with fans and you know, be engaged that way. But, you know, I also have, like, my social media pages that I really try to make sure I post on there. I try to post things that people find funny, and like I said, at the end of the day, I just want to bring people together and make them smile and see people be happy. I think there's a lot of negativity in the world as it stands, and it's sad to sit and watch so much like negativity, because like I don't want to say every YouTube channel, but a lot of channels these days seem to just run off of negativity. And it's like, oh yeah, this game is bad, or oh yeah, this is bad. This is, oh, how dare it be like this, or yada yada blah blah. And I don't know. I just feel like there's like better. I feel like there's better options and better ways to do things. Like, you look at the news and it's 24/7 negativity, right? You look at like channels who cover things, and it's just, oh, this horrible thing happened. But like, we don't really get a lot of, oh, hey, this was a great thing. This was really good to see. This brought a lot of people together, or this really put out some positivity. Like it's just what gets the most clicks, what's rage baity, how can I clickbait people into... I don't think I was supposed to do that. Son of a bitch. Did not mean to jump down here. But you know what I mean? Like, it's designed to kind of be a hate machine almost. Like, the algorithm is like, ah, yes, drama. Oh, yes, people upset, angry, clicky. And it's been dictated by, you can't say curse words, or you can't do this, you can't do that, because if you do, I don't know what that is. I don't want to grab that yet. Maybe I need it. All right, we'll grab it. We'll grab it. Hopefully it doesn't like end a level or something. Red Skull, Captain America.
Obtained.
Yeah, Red Skull. But no, like I was saying, it's. I just really hate to see where YouTube's gone with. You see it time and time again with YouTubers who get successful and they get lucky, and then they turn into these corporate slot machines. And I'm not saying the content I make is not slop, but like I've said before, I am a one-man show who hardly knows what he's doing. I figure out some editing tricks pretty much every time I make a video. I'm self-taught in that regard. And it's not. I mean, it's easy, because I mean, at the end of the day, you're playing video games, right? Like, it can't be that hard. But I'm still teaching myself new skills and trying to improve. I guess even like I said earlier, I'm trying to improve my commentary, because I know it's not necessarily the best. And I don't fault anyone for being like, oh, your commentary's ass. I don't want 100%, absolutely. But, I'm still just one guy, and I'm trying to be a person, not a personality. Which I know is a lot easier for people to kind of have a parasocial relationship, which you shouldn't have. Like, you should enjoy the person you watch, and you should engage, and I say you should. Like, you don't owe anybody anything, so, don't take that literally as when I say you should. But, like, if you're gonna, like, follow somebody, right, it's gone from, oh, hey, yeah, have you seen this YouTuber who, yeah, he's really cool, he does cool things, like, he's funny, to now it's almost like you have to develop these parasocial relationships, and goddamn, and almost like you're making people believe that you know them and that you're friends. Does that make sense? Like, that's just kind of like the vibe and the feelings that I get when I see some of these communities. Is it's like some streamer doing something, right, and instead of it being like, oh, hey, this person again is super awesome, super cool. They host charity events. They do this, they do that, whatever it may be. Now it's just, how can I make you believe that we're best friends so that way you pay me money? And maybe that's not necessarily true, but that's what it feels like a lot of people do. And everyone's different. Everyone's got their own piece of the cake that they take. But ultimately, the goal is to do more than just that. And that's why I was saying earlier, no one by any means needs to pay for my content or pay to speak to me on on a Discord server. You don't need to pay to gain access to that. Like, I'm not gonna paywall a community, because to me that's so scummy, right? Like, to expect people to shill out money just to engage with you when the whole reason they're here is for you because they find you at least a likable personality. I don't think that's cool. I've seen a lot of, and that's happened with a lot of people that I watched. And I'm not saying like people who want to support you in that way shouldn't get something, but like, the way I look at it is, yeah, the people who pay memberships and the people who donate, like, let's just say, like, donate to a Patreon, or they pay for a YouTube membership program, and they get to like do all that. I'm not saying that they shouldn't get something, but why would I want to lock me talking to you, or me engaging with you and making you feel welcome and part of the community that we grew together? Why would I want to lock that behind a paywall? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just weird to me. It's something that I find kind of strange. Like I said, it's odd, because without the people who came and watched you for free, you wouldn't have anything at all, and I think that says a lot. Because it's, like I said, I mean, if the people who are here for you all came in, like, for example, like, I've only got like 145 subscribers. I've been struggling to get past 145, but the 145 I've had have stayed around. Why, for example, why would I want to put up a paywall on them and make them feel like, like, oh, now I have to pay this guy money to engage with him? Like, that's not cool. That's not fair. What is going on here? Hi, yes, I would like to go through this door, please. 17 schmeckles, please.
Required.
Well, that's payment, all right. Huh. Okay. Oh, it's like Greek mythology now. Okay, I guess. Yep, I'm here on the ship. I'm here to... Oh, they're gearing me up. They're gearing me up for something. Huh. Okay. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that I've been thinking about. I want to improve my commentary. I want to improve my community, but I want to do it for the people who want to stick around. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and shill things and like, I know I've talked to a few people who are maybe starting out, or they're doing things, or they're maybe even a bit bigger, and they're like, oh, you view bot, or you embed your videos on something to get more views, that way the algorithm picks you up. And it's like, I don't like that. Maybe that is the way to do things, but if this doesn't mean it make it the right way at all. And I don't think sitting there and engagement farming is the way either, because I mean, at a certain point, people are gonna get sick of that, like people always do. I mean, look at how, like I was saying earlier, like look at how like Doom's not the hot new thing anymore. Like it was hot for a week. People played it. People watched it. It's over. And it's kind of crazy to also see kind of how hard even doing a successful like Let's Play channel has become, just because of the fact that you know, people watch a streamer now, and they watch the whole game streamed in like 9 hours, and they sit there and watch it straight. And then like that person sitting there like, oh, I hope they notice me. Oh, I hope they shout me out. And it's like, why do you need to pay someone for them to shout you out? Like, them just saying your name on a big stream because you donated a good chunk of money isn't going to, that's not it. You know, I don't want to sound mean, but like, you know, someone shouting you out because you gave them a donation, if they even decide to do it, that's not what you want, man. I'm telling you. Like, build it organically, make it something that people want to come to, or just be yourself. I mean, I say that as someone who's not a successful YouTuber, but, you know, I don't hate what I do. I thoroughly really enjoy doing YouTube. I really enjoy getting to put something out there. It just feels good. And you know, like, you get to learn a new skill. Like I said, I mean, I was someone who had zero editing experience. I've got zero experience talking on a camera, or like on a microphone to a mass of people. But it's been a learning experience the whole time, and it's been really cool. Like, I mean, I actually, because like I said, I go back and I watch my videos. I listen because I'm trying to learn and see what I can do better, what I can improve on. You know, like, you know, if I watch something and I'm like, oh, that's cringe. You know, I'm trying to figure out why I thought it was cringy, why I didn't like it. Because if I think it's cringe, you know, 100 other people are gonna also think it's cringe. And you know, I don't want to be a cringy guy that, and nothing wrong with being a cringy person. Like, you know, you're not saying like, you know, oh, like your personality sucks. You gotta do this, that, and the other. You gotta change who you are. You gotta be fake. No. That's not what I'm saying at all. Quite the opposite, actually. I just want to improve my craft, if that makes any sort of sense. And I think that's important to continue to build and grow yourself, and to be successful, is you're constantly growing and learning and doing new things. And, you know, for me, YouTube was kind of a part of that. I felt like so I guess, you know, we're going to continue with a little bit of story time within story time, sort of a thing. You know, I don't really share it too often, because I try to keep my personal life a little bit out of YouTube. You know, I don't want to dump everything, like all my eggs into the basket, and, you know, people are like, oh yeah, we know exactly who you are. Like, I'm not trying to dox myself in some regards, so that's why I kind of keep the cards close to my chest, in some aspects, which is, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, like, you got to keep things, you know, keep yourself a little personal, I think, because, you know, you kind of hit some points where, oh, whoops, you know, where people get a little too, hawk to it, you know what I mean? No, people get a little too, like, some people are weird, you know, like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say, like, oh, all of you are perfect. No, like, some people are weird. Like, there's people who will think that you guys are best friends, when at the end of the day, we don't know each other. I'm a guy on YouTube behind a screen and talking into a microphone that he got for Christmas one year, you know, because he wanted to do YouTube, you know, like, so that's, again, why I keep some of my cards close to my chest. But the whole reason I started YouTube when I did was, for years, I wanted to do YouTube, like, ever since I was like a little kid. Like, I saw people like PewDiePie, I saw people like Markiplier, You know, I subscribed to Markiplier, believe it or not, back before he had, I think he was at like 200K subscribers, which is a lot. That's a lot. But back in the day, that was crazy, right? Like now people, like I feel like people hit 1 million subscribers every other day. You know, like it's wild. The growth that some channels hit today, because you know, like I said, YouTube has become corporatized in the sense of like once you figure out how to break the algorithm, and you know, if you're shilling to the algorithm, well, yeah, it gets pretty easy to figure out the system. And I like, you know, seeing people back then, and then like that's kind of why I structure my videos a lot like that. But again, the reason I started YouTube was because like I said, ever since I was a kid, I wanted to do YouTube. It's been a dream of mine. I wanted to be a YouTuber. I wanted to do something. I wanted to be successful with it. Hold that thought. Let me see what cutscene is going on here. I'll be quiet for the cutscene, and then I'll continue, I promise. Full steam ahead. Choo-choo. I am Captain Doom Guy now. Are we gonna crash the ship? Is that what we're doing? Oh no, we're leaving now. Okay, that works. We're leaving the afterlife. We're leaving Valhalla. The river Styx, if you will. Full steam ahead. Really full steam ahead now. Yeah, badass boat guitar scene. What if it didn't open the door at all? We're back to the land of the living. Okay, so, the reason I started everything when I did is, and I had wanted to do it for years, like I had just said, but God damn it, but the thing that pushed me where I was I had lost my job at the time. It was for really shitty reasons that I won't disclose. It wasn't fair. It wasn't right. You know, my bosses and shit were not cool, I guess you could say. Oh, okay. So stick on the path. Got it. They weren't cool. You know, we had another employee that was doing way worse things. And I'm not gonna name any names. I'm not gonna name the company. I'm none of those things. I'm not doing that. That's not right. That's not cool. But ultimately, like I said, some shit went down, and it wasn't even that big of a deal. Like, what the fuck?
By blood right, we invoke the dark powers to call upon the damned.
Man, these cutscenes keep interrupting my story time. Are they gonna resurrect me?
I'm going back.
No, he's coming. He's here, like Santa Claus. Like Jesus on the wind. Oh, I am back. Well, that was easy. Clawed my way out of hell. Let's go. Clawed my way out of the afterlife. I need to stop calling it hell. We did it. Much like Jesus, I rise again. Here you go. Here's your helmet back. You got some explaining to do later, big guy. But for right now, I gotta go doom out. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, I got canned from my job, and it was a pretty big blow because I had never lost a job before. Like, again, it was for super shitty reasons I don't agree with, but ultimately that was the choice that that was made, right? Like, there's nothing I could do about it. I tried to fight it. You know, I tried to give, like, explanation. You know, I tried to do everything right, the best that I could, but ultimately they weren't having it, right? Like, it was one of those things of, it was a fight that I was not going to win. And it sucked, and it's something that I wish could have been different, but end of the day, it was what it was. And so I was out of a job for probably about a month, which is not, you know, like, for some people they're out of a job for much longer, and like they struggle, and it's not easy. But and again, I'm just giving my story. I'm not trying to say that woe is me. I'm not trying to garner any sympathy or anything. Like, things are better now. We'll get there. So I had lost my job for about a month, and during that time, I felt. And if you've never lost a job before, it's a pretty big hit. It sucks, especially when you have, like me, you know, and I'll be honest, I'm not dropping any names. I'm not giving. I don't want to give too much out, but I am married, and for me, I had a significant other to take care of. I had a life. I had a home. Right. I have a place to live, a place that I call home. And I was feeling very depressed and very worthless. You know, there were some moments there where I did not think that I was worth the air I was breathing. And that's not me saying that, like, oh, I was, you know, feeling, you know, unalive-icidal. I'm trying to, and I don't mean to dance around that. Like, you know, we'll just say what it was. I'm not saying that I was feeling suicidal or anything like that, because it's a serious topic. It's a serious subject, and it needs to be treated as such. That's something that needs to be spoken about and needs to stop being danced around, because it's such a serious thing, and it needs to be talked about and addressed. But that's irrelevant at the moment. So, I was, and I had a, like, Camo. You guys have seen him on the channel before. Really awesome guy. I've known him, since we started playing, Destiny 1 together back when it was like the hot game. The second raid had just come out in the game, Road is End. It was super cool, super cool, to kind of see, see the game grow and evolve, and then, you know, I made a lifelong friend through it. I had met, and it was actually pure convenience, that I just happened to meet him, and he was also in the, he lived in the same state I did. And so we had met, we'd become friends, we were just playing, and he is a person who, you know, him and, you know, my significant other, you know, those two really helped kind of pull me out of that dark place that I was trapped in after losing my job. But I still felt like I kind of had nothing, and that I was nothing.
You just took out a siege.
And it was difficult to feel like I had any worth, because I never realized it at the time, but I very much almost let my job be my identity and who I was. And not saying, like, I've never been a person who's like, oh yeah, it's just work. If my job is me, I am my job. No, I've never been one of those kind of people. But or at least I thought I wasn't. But when I lost it, and I, had nothing, I felt hopeless. I felt like I had nothing to contribute to the world. I felt worthless, and I thought that, like, I had kind of lost the game of life. Which, in hindsight, obviously I didn't. I'm in a much better place now. Things are looking up, but I felt like I didn't have anything to offer the world. And so one day I, decided, hey, and it really was a spur of the moment thing of, well, let me try YouTube. Like, if anything, maybe I can create. Like, and part of it was because I was like, I've got to do something. It was kind of a response to, losing my position where I was working. Because it was like, well, maybe I can make something out of this. Maybe I can find success in it, and I need to try to find something to do. Because like I said, I didn't have a job. I wasn't able to contribute and help my family in the way that I needed to. And so I started YouTube with that very first video, which was a Fortnite clip, because me and my buddy Camo, like I was saying earlier, we play games together all the time. We're always playing something. We're always yapping and doing something in our spare time, which is fun. So we were playing, and I was like, man, how would you feel if I just started recording? Because I didn't have the confidence at the time to sit there and solo it like I am now. But I worked out pretty quickly, as if you go back and look at like the games and things I've played on my channel, that I was going to have to force myself to kind of have that confidence, and to force myself to get where I was wanting to go. In terms of making a channel, if it was like, if I'm gonna do this, I need to learn to do commentary by myself, and B, I need to make more than just like some Fortnite videos with friends, because it wasn't gonna work that way forever. I mean, he's a person who also has a job. He also has responsibilities and things that he's doing. So I couldn't sit there and just, if I don't have him, my channel is nothing. So that ultimately led me to making my first series, which was Resident Evil 4. And that game gave me, like, that game and that kind of let's play that I did for that game, it helped me realize that things were not going to be as bad as I thought they were, and it gave me the feeling that I could create something and I could contribute to the world still. And I was, and like I said, it was a combination of the fact that I had lost, at the time, what I thought was, or what felt like everything. I didn't lose everything necessarily, but it definitely felt that way. Like, I felt like I had lost kind of what made me like a person, and I was, and I had another friend who was really amazing. He knew I was struggling at the time with money. Like, I mean, I was the majority of the income in my house at the time, and I still am. And that's not flex or a dig at anybody, but my income was a substantial part of our way of life and keeping things together. And luckily, I had some savings, and you know, some retirement that I was able to withdraw early, you know, due to no longer being with the company. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just withdraw the money, and you know, like that's just what we got for now. You know, like I can live off that. And then, so like I was able to keep myself afloat for the most part, but it still really sucked. So I mean, I was at the point where I had a really good friend of mine. He was awesome. You know, he invited me out to do some side work with him, and you know, if there was something that needed like done that was like a little like literally like a side job, like, hey, we need to go move like these like this. It was for a tax company. Like they file taxes for you and stuff. I'm sure everyone's familiar. I'm sure everyone's familiar with that, or what that is. And oh, we only need one more wolf. Cool. So like there was an instance there where people were they needed like all of their filing cabinets, which were these giant metal, just horrendously heavy filing cabinets, and we had to move them from one location to another. It wasn't like, oh my god, this is a back-breaking, awful job. No, not by any means. But what I'm saying is like it was stuff like that, or going and working on like some dude's houseboat to do some repairs for his like his air conditioning unit, because it was a pretty cool little houseboat. Like, it wasn't like big or fancy or anything, but it was still like it was cool. I mean, it was more than I have. I mean, shit, I want a houseboat, right? But no, he stuck his neck out for me in the sense of, you know, he's like, he could have kept all that money for him, right? Like, there was no reason for him he didn't need to invite me out, and I also didn't expect him to even share it. But no, like, dude, that guy's awesome. Like, I'll always, he's one of the best people ever for that, because without him, like, you know, it made life easier a lot and I mean, it wasn't anywhere near close to my regular paycheck, but it was definitely some extra money. And no, like without that, man, like it would have been GG's. Like I can't even lie. The dude saved my ass and helped me keep at least something of income, like helped me have some sort of income, you know. And so I was doing stuff like that. And then I was still trying to do YouTube and stuff on the side. And then eventually, you know, I was able to, about a month later, I was able to land my current job, which I'm going to be honest with you. I hate my current job, and it gave me the motivation that I needed in order to continue on and finish my schooling. Because just before I had lost my job, I say just before, well, yeah, no, just before, probably about 6 months before, I had started school. And I went to school for cyber defense, and I've got my, you know, certifications. I've got, you know, I've got my certifications now. I finished and graduated with a 4.0. You know, it was a lot of hard work. It's something I'm very proud of. Like, I busted my ass to do that. It was a difficult, hard path that by no means was easy. And again, this is, you know, speaking for me, of course. You know, maybe for other people, something like that's a walk in the park. And you know, some people might be like, "Oh, Peachy, you know, that's, you know, it's not that hard, man." And you're right. You know, for some people it's not, but for me, who was recovering from, you know, that kind of, that level of depression, that level of like kind of anguish, I guess, it made things a lot harder. And then on top of that, my new job was overnights, 5 days a week. You know, in my previous job, it was cool because I worked 10-hour shifts, so I only had to work 4 days a week, and I had 3 days off, and I got off a bit earlier. It was still overnight, but I was, you know, getting off work earlier, which made, you know, my school life not as difficult. But then when I lost my job and got the new one, it was 5 days a week, and I got off at a later time, which ultimately made things really difficult because, you know, I was then, if I was lucky with my, you know, first job, I was getting like 5 or 6 hours of sleep before class. And then this new job, I was lucky if I was getting 5. It was 3.5, 4 hours of sleep 5 days a week for the most part. And on top of that, and while I'm thankful for my new job because it's income, you know, and it's a way that I can, you know, fund my hobbies, fund my life, and, you know, keep those around me taken care of. It still is not a job that I enjoy. So it was very hard, you know, going to class and keeping up an absolute top tier level of dedication and effort. It was very difficult, you know. Anybody who's kind of been through that knows exactly what I'm talking about. Like those sleepless days, you know. Some days I'd be up for, you know, 30, 36, almost 48 hours. You know, so I'd be up for almost 2 days at a time. Which, I mean, and it was one of those, I didn't really have the choice or the luxury of not doing it. It was either do this or you're just going to be stuck in this position you hate for forever. So, I mean, and in a way, it ended up being like a really good way that it played out because, you know, like I said, I don't enjoy my current job. It's not what I want to do. It's not IT related.
Enemy threat has
So
been eliminated.
it
He's
has
regained control of the battlefield.
It gave me the opportunity to keep pushing, and it kind of gave me the motivation of like, hey man, this isn't what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to do YouTube. I want to be in the tech industry. You know, I want to be better and progress myself, really advance my skill set. You know, I want to do things. You know, I want to be creative in those aspects, and I want to bring, you know, joy to the world ultimately. And so, we're just gonna get that blue key real quick. It's fine. And so ultimately, you know, it was that chain of events that kind of led me to where I am today. And like I said, it was there's more to the story there of, you know, my paths and difficulties and things that happened in my life, but you know, it worked out for the better. So, you know, it's one of those, life does get better, life does get easier, even when you feel like all is lost and you're defeated and nothing can save you out of those dark times. Just know that it does improve and it will improve. But like I said in the beginning before my whole story, that's losing my job is what ultimately led me to YouTube, because it kind of made me realize that unless I do something, it's never going to just happen. Like I find a lot of people, you know, and including myself for a time, you know, you're always like, oh man, how do I do it? How do I become a YouTuber? And the true, like, if your goal is to become a successful YouTuber and, you know, make a living off of it, I'm going to tell you right now, you just got to get lucky. And this is coming from somebody who's not a successful YouTuber. So, you know, just trust me on this one. It was one of those, but it was one of those things of, I realized finally what everyone was kind of saying when they were saying, like, you just have to do it. You know what I mean? Like, there are a lot of people who don't quite understand that you just have to put yourself out there. And then they hear that advice and they're like, oh, well, it's easy for you to say. You're a fancy schmancy YouTuber with like a million, billion, trillion subscribers. And like, yeah, I get it. I understand how that, you know, how that seems and how that sounds coming from, you know, someone who maybe doesn't have it. You know what I mean? Like, that's a fair assessment. But it took me hitting my lowest low to understand what that meant. I also just completely walked backwards. But it took me kind of losing everything and getting knocked flat on my back to realize that, like, hey, you just have to put yourself out there and give it your all. And it changed me a lot as a person, going through that. And I think it was for the better. I mean, I'm not gonna say like, oh yeah, I'm perfect. You know, I figured it all out. I'm, you know, nothing's bad anymore. Nothing's difficult. I did this, and now I'm, you know, now I'm all figured out. Nothing's gonna stop me from understanding it now. No, that's not the case. I'm sure there are things that I still need to work on that maybe I'm not aware of, or, you know, maybe that I don't even know about yet. But it took me falling from what I said, you know, my quote unquote falling from grace moment to really comprehend what I needed to do, which was just try, you know, put yourself out there, understand that you're not going to be everyone's favorite. There are going to be people out there who kind of prey on your downfall, or, you know, there might be times where things aren't going quite the way you expected them to, but at the end of the day, I would say I did this for me to prove that I could still be something, and to prove that, like, I was capable, if that makes any sort of sense. Because it's you know, it's easy for people to, you know, see one thing but not maybe know the whole story. And I think that's, again, kind of why I try to be personable and try to build a community the way that I do, because I want people to see that, yeah, I'm a normal guy. You know, like, I'm not special. I'm not deserving of anything more than anybody else. I'm just someone who's trying to just put a bit of joy out there in the world, even when I don't. And that's the other thing, is even when I don't necessarily feel like, you know, giving it my best performance or doing things the best, you know, that day, I still realize that I have to try, you know, because there might be someone out there who might end up in a similar situation to me, and, you know, I want to give them, and if they ever come across my videos, I want at least them to have the understanding and the idea that there is some hope out there, and that it can improve and it can get better, and that you can do it too.
Demons
you
are being
know,
routed.
you will probably be more successful than me, in every aspect if you ever picked up YouTube. You know, I've said it a few times now, but I'm nothing special. You know, I don't ever expect my channel to explode. I mean, to me, it's exploded because, I mean, hell, I went from nobody to now at least 145 people have decided to hit the subscribe button and say, like, you know what? Yeah, I will watch. I will watch your videos, and I will watch your content, you know, and dude, that's so cool to me. Like, I went from somebody who thought that they weren't even worth the air they were breathing at the time to now, like, I have a small audience, and, like, that shit means the world to me, man. I can never express how thankful I am to the people who come around and support my videos, you know, like, it's been an absolute hell of a journey to even get here, but, you know, like, I appreciate every bit of it. You know, it's so cool to have people who care, and to be able to, you know, have clawed my way for the most part out of a pit like that, and then, you know, I can sit there and in a way I can say I made it, and I made it in my own way. I don't need sponsorships. I don't need, like, brand deals. You know, I don't need any of that. I just, like I said, I mean, if one person's like, you know, hey, I was having a bad day today, but, you know, I you know, booted up YouTube, you know, either found, or if you're already, you know, if there's a person who's already subscribed, like, I clicked on one of your videos, and you know what, you helped me. You know, you helped me smile today. Like, I was having a really awful day, and now, you know, life ain't so bad. Like, dude, that's awesome. Like, that's so awesome. For real. Like, you don't get to... Like, there's not many people who even get to say and do stuff like that on a regular basis, let alone some Joe Schmo like me. And I think that's so cool. Like, that I have at least the opportunity to help people in that regard. And so yeah, that's kind of my story of why I started YouTube and what happened in my life, and the events of my life that led up to that point. And you know, has it been perfect? No. I mean, there's been times I've taken breaks. There's been other things that maybe happened in the meantime, even, that have maybe been some struggles and made life a little more difficult. But you know, you have to go into it for the right reasons, I feel like. And like I said, fame and fortune, if it happens, that's just a bonus, you know, and that's something I want to give back to the community, and that's kind of the message I want to share with you guys, is like, you don't have to be this perfect individual that is always doing everything perfect by the books and by the algorithm. And I think a lot of people have that misconception. Man, I'm telling you, if some loser like me can claw his... Is there something down there? I'm pretty sure I was just down there, wasn't I? Yes, I was. I'm pretty sure I was. Like I was saying, if some loser who, you know, lost it all, basically, in a, you know, a metaphorical lost it all. I didn't literally lose everything. There's people who have lost way more. And again, I don't want my story to be perceived as a sob story of, oh, woe is me, you know, my life is so hard. No, I am very fortunate to be in the life that I am and have the life that I have. But like I said, it was difficult. It was hard. It sucked. But like I said, ultimately, if a loser like me can muster up the courage to, you know, turn his mic on, download OBS, download Voice Meter, look up a few YouTube tutorials to, you know, figure out how to do some things, well then, you know, I know that you guys are just as capable as well. Because at the end of the day, I'm just a human. You know, I'm just a guy. I you know, I'm not some perfect IT tech wizard just because I went through school. I'm not just because I upload a YouTube video and maybe I put some stupid edits in every now and then does not make me a masterclass YouTuber or editor. Trust me. I've had more failures than successes. I can tell you that much. But my point is like, you can do it. You can be even more successful than me, and that doesn't mean I don't want to put in things that are high quality. Not at all. I definitely want to, you know, put high quality things in my videos. I want to make my videos higher quality. I want to, you know, but it's ultimately for like the end user, or the end, like the person at the other end. It's not about being corporatized. It's not about, oh, I have to do this because if I don't, then the algorithm won't pick me up and I won't make money. Or, you know, if I say or do this, you know, I won't make money. It's not about the money. It never, at least for me, will never be about the money. It's about empowering and showing other people that they can do things. And I've definitely got some work to do as well. You know, because I'm a very tough love kind of a person. Like, you know, that's something I'm trying to work on, is being somebody who isn't just all about like, oh, well, you know, pull your bootstraps up, because, you know, that's just how I was raised. You know, it was, you know, you don't have time to sit there and be sad. You know, you gotta get things done at the end of the day, which is, you know, it's a good trait to have. You know, like it definitely has helped me succeed in aspects of my life, but it's also one of those things, you know, I realize that not everybody is cut from the same cloth, and that's not a bad thing at all. You know, everybody has their own style in life. My personality is very much, much like Goku or anybody else. Like, I just don't believe in absolutely giving up on everything and just letting life walk all over me. Like, I try to find a way. And, you know, it sounds funny, but it's like, didn't you just say that, like, you felt like you lost it all? Yeah, that was probably my lowest low. And, you know, it took a lot for me to be able to actually come back from that and, you know, kind of regain who I was. And in a way, it definitely made me a stronger person and a better person. But it was, like I said, it was by no means an easy feat. It was hard. Oh, hello, dragon. I didn't expect you to come back. How are you here?
Destroyed.
How did you know where I was?
There's one left.
Goofy goober guy. But yeah, there's my long ass story, I guess, of why I do what I do, kind of who I am. Let you guys know that there is actual person on the other end of this, and it's not just some, you know, guy who's, oh yeah, I'm gonna make videos so that way I can, you know, be a famous YouTuber. Is that Father Poochie? Oh, hey, what up, Father Poochie from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6? A little reference there for you. But yeah, no, that's ultimately why I do what I do and why I am who I am. And I'm sure in another couple of years, you know, we'll be having this same conversation about how, you know, well, back when I made that video, or back when I was making that series, you know, it's bound to happen. Life has its ups and downs. I mean, hell, I mean, you want me to be honest, I'm currently looking at getting new employment because I finished my school, and yeah, no, one of my biggest fears is that I am not good enough at my line of work that I'm trying to go into. Oh, sorry. Big yawn, big yawn. No, like I was saying, like, you know, I you know, have this feeling that it's a bit of imposter syndrome, right? Of, oh, I'm not good enough for this type of work, or, you know, my skill set isn't that great. There's always someone better than me out there, but, you know, it kind of loops back and is the same as with, like, YouTube. Yeah, there's a billion other better YouTubers out there than me. There's a billion other people who are more skilled at editing, or better at playing the game, or they're better at commentary, whatever it may be. There's always going to be someone better than you out there, but I think what sets people aside from others is the ability to humbly try. And they give it their all, they do their best that they are able to do, and I think that gets recognized. I think as long as you're not being, like, lazy, I think that
The makers won't allow this.
I think that you
The Slayer
can
will
make
decide
it.
his fate.
And, you know, it's something that it's not easy to recognize, it's not easy to do, is to realize that you have worth, and to realize that as long as you try and you're just being you and you're being the best you that you can be, I don't see... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh my god, I'm so bad. There we go. Now we've got the big missile. Thank you. I think as long as you try to be who you... the best version of you that you can be, you try to do things right, you don't try to take shortcuts, I think it'll work out. And I think a lot of people just need to kind of realize that, like, yeah, you'll be okay. You'll live, and things will work out for the... Did my game really just crash? Okay, there we go. Oh, I was so upset for a second. I was like, really? While I was trying to have a moment with my people? Like, you jerks. Oh my god, we might be crashing. Okay, we're not. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Everything's fine. Can you shoot the big green at me? There we go. But yeah, no, I mean, like, that's gonna be my message to everybody is be yourself, be honest, and be good, because you don't have to be the next PewDiePie. You don't have to be the next, you know, Logan Paul or the next KSI, or as long as you are being true to yourself, I think that you can do well, and that's ultimately what it comes down to, is just being you and showing people that you're a person and that you want to do good. And I think if you just do that, it'll all work out. Okay, that's not what I meant to do at all. Please stop freezing, you're scaring me. But yeah, no, there's my extremely long story and my extremely long rant. I mean, if you're here, stuck around for it, I appreciate you. Okay, I don't know why it took me like 7 tries to do that one. We're gonna ignore that. Hello, makers. Yeah, you guys betrayed me. Now I'm going to betray your soul. And by your soul, I mean your not kindness.
It is your duty to protect your creed.
Oh yeah? Nah, I think I'm gonna just run through all of y'all for all the mean shit you did to me in that little tube chamber where you kept sucking me up and controlling my brain. I didn't much appreciate that. I don't think anybody would really appreciate that, to be honest with you. Is this door open? No, it doesn't. Yeah, fuck these guys, though. Okay, so that's where we came in. Now, do we just go around over here? Is there like a back entry? Ah, yes, there is. This big fat open door that I missed with my big dumb blind eyes. Bonk. Let's go. We're just gonna rip the door open, yeah? With our big bare hands.
Prince Ezric, please, help me. I could still be of service.
No. You can't. You're mine now. I'm going to end you, big fat man. Something tells me that this is going to be a very easy fight. Maybe not. You know what? I'm gonna use this though. How do I break that? Like that. Very nice.
I only did what was asked of me.
Well, maybe you should have some morals and not be a giant piece of shit. You ever thought about that, buddy? Maybe if you were a better person, or a better fat man, you'd be better. Yeah, you like that? I'm what you made me. Yeah, let's break that out of the way. We haven't had nothing to parry. Hey, there we go. This guy is kind of mad easy, I'm not gonna lie. You want some more? Yeah, you like these spikes in your face, don't you? Looking like an alt goth girl with how many spikes you got hanging out of your face, buddy. Woo, woo, woo! Oh, he's got his big titties shooting at us, bro. Holy shit. He has dick, balls, and ass hanging out the canyon. Okay, what if I just do this? That's gonna get him back on the rebound, right? Oh, of course not. Hey, bud. Get out of your fat chair. Ew. There's a bunch of worms.
I'm worth more to you alive than dead.
No, I don't think you are, buddy.
I can bring you Prince Ezric.
No, you can't. What is he doing? Oh, gross. Yucky. Oh. That seems like he means a lot more business now. Maybe if I can actually parry one of those, right? There we go. I'm just gonna shoot this down, but with like this. This is my idea. Oh yeah, we're getting through now. We're making some progress. See how it's changing colors? Yes. Get your ass blasted, boy. Here, I need some help. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Woo! Yeah. How about you get stunned? Oh yeah, dude, we're cooking his ass right now.
Your power was at peak.
Was it though? Or was my power my own because I'm so goddamn angry all the time? Ow. Oh shit. I walked right into that. That was my fault. My fault. Ooh, he don't like that. Let's feed him the goods. Let's feed him like he's at an all-you-can-eat buffet, but it's for bullets. I mean, it's definitely an interesting boss fight, that's for sure. Don't know if I'd call it a good one, but it's definitely interesting. Hey! Oh, he's so tiny now. He's like half the man. He's half the man he used to be. And he's free as a poopy face. What if I BFG you? You ever thought about that, champ? Oh, that didn't work.
Incinerate.
Ah! God damn it. I shouldn't have tried to BFG. The one time the BFG doesn't do what it needs to do, which is slay the hell out. Just gonna tag him with some rockets and we'll call it good there, hey? How about you take a little bit of rocket action in your life, big buddy guy? Bounce that back at him. Bounce another one back at him. Bounce a third one back at him. I need your little bubble to break, boy. No. I need you to go away now. Like forever. What if I did this, bounce this back, throw that across the map, hit that, hit you with another one of these, and saw you up. Oh, you bastard. Do I owe my power to the Ministry, or did you guys want me because I was such a really good weapon that you just couldn't resist? Bring me my shield, bring me my shield! Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Ow. Ow. Okay, I need health. I need health real quick. I need health. Oh my god, damn it! I keep misplaying. I went on my whole long rant and now I'm not locked in as much as I should be. Alright. Okay. This is what we do. I immediately just get done with green. The green. Well, at least we blocked it. I guess that's better than taking it straight to face like we did. And we're just gonna body him with this. Dude, this seems to work. Yeah, give myself a little distance with those and it's suddenly a lot easier, isn't it? Yeah, I've got repeater gun too, buddy. What are you gonna do? How about we just end your whole existence real quick, either one? You little scamps. Big punch! And that does like no damage at all. He's so upset. He's so salty right now. He's sending his titties out at us. Ow. Oh, he's trying to make more people? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I need some of that health real quick, big guy. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Slow your roll. Slow your roll. You got too much dip on your chip there, Creedmaker. Send that back at him. Oh my shit, dude. I didn't even see it come out because of the fucking wall. This little boss fight is a little bit of a tricky dicky, I would say. A big tricky dicky indeed. Alright, we got it this time. Third time's a charm. Or fourth time. I don't know what time this is, but we'll make something happen here. We'll make something happen. Do not worry. We need to break that shield, though. There we go. This thing kind of shreds him down a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Here, we'll just beat him with the flail for a bit, too. Keep him on the run. Extra damage. We always take that. We always like that. Your mom was a gift when she was sucking my dong. Can I have my shield back? Thank you. You're so kind. Now stay on him. Come on, Doom Guy. You can do it. We've almost got him now. This one was way quicker than the first two. There we go. Bunch of extra damage.
You owe your knowledge in a minute.
Okay. Right now, current objective, survive. We're just gonna play it safe, play conservatively. Because I don't know if we can actually take this down with rockets. We might be able to. Oh no. There we go. Where'd he go? Oh, right there. Hey, buddy. You're a bad boy. Yeah, whoop his ass. Don't let him get away. Yeah, bring your gross ass back over here. Give me one reason.
Thera. Azaric is keeping her alive on his ship. If she dies, his power would die with her.
Well, thanks for the info.
Take you to her.
Nice little double shaky there. But yeah, no, there's zero reason to keep him alive. You just got sawed. He was pregnant little robot belly. Gross. Well, damn. This was a hell of a long episode, almost 2 hours, with like no cuts or edits even. But yeah, no. So yeah, we'll label this Peachy's life story. That'll be the name of this episode. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It was nice to kind of connect with you guys a little bit more on a personal level. Hopefully, hopefully we can do it more in the future. And like I said, we can continue to grow our community. So we've got 2 more levels. We're gonna probably wrap it up in the next episode. I might stretch it out. I might. stretch it out to 2 more episodes. We'll see how long this one takes, but expect the next episode to be the last one, and then we'll be on to the next game, which just let me know what you guys want to see in the comments down below, and give me a list of games or something that maybe you want to see, maybe some indie games, maybe some other older games, whatever it may be, and we'll get it done. But for now, that is it for me for today. I'm gonna go make some dinner and enjoy the rest of my day. So you guys stay peachy. Thank you guys so much for everything. I appreciate you. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed, and have a great day. Bye-bye.